everybody. It's Carla. I'm back. I'm here to do another Christmas craft and chat with me. I wanted to just make it a relaxing evening. I have my peppermint, can you see my peppermint stick in there? It's not very tall. Kind of a peppermint mocha. And it's nice and hot. Maybe it'll actually still be hot by the time I'm finished crafting. So I hope everybody is well. I've been really enjoying coming to craft with you and chat, and I really appreciate you guys joining me. I'm just showing you the book cover that I made for those who may not have seen it. I think I'm going to do something on the spine, and I'll definitely put something on the back. But I love this green crushed velvet. And then the inside I have this really pretty vintage looking wallpaper print. But I'm not going to put this signature in until I'm finished. So this is page 1, and I haven't done the next page, but I think I'm going to go ahead. I've been kind of moving around and doing different pages, but I think I am going to go ahead and do this page because I have this really sweet image. If I can come upon it without taking up too much time. Well, you know what, I think I'll collage first because I've really been enjoying collaging on the pages. This is just a piece of music note paper. And then I have some book paper, and I think I want to keep this one sort of vintagey looking. And I love this one. No, I didn't tea dye it. I sprayed this one to tone down some of the white. And I think I'll just do this page for now. So get my glue stick out. It is Friday, and I am rejoicing. We normally get to work all remote on Fridays, but not today because they had final exams. And when it's a state exam, the students have to take the exam in person. And I guess they were making it so that if some of the teachers had to be there, all of the teachers had to be there. So they made us all come in. This was our first Friday in months, so I can't complain, but it is nice when you can wake up. I work remote on Friday, so I do work, but it was nice just knowing when you wake up on Friday morning, you don't have to get ready to leave the house. But today I did. It wasn't too bad. I kept myself extremely busy grading. And then I made a mistake with one of the codes that you're supposed to put in, and their grades kind of went crazy, and then so the students get notified when something changes with their assignments or grades. So I guess many of them immediately noticed that their grades dropped from like A's and B's to C's and D's because of whatever code I put in incorrectly. And they were blowing up my email. Mrs. Chambers, what happened? I thought you said if I turn this in, I'll get ... And I was like, uh-oh, this isn't a good sign. I clearly did something wrong. So I had to go ask for help. And some of the teachers, well, I'm sure most of the teachers are really nice. It's just we don't really get to interact with one another, but I found a teacher that was able to help me fix my blunders, so I was really grateful for that. Hi again, everybody. I thought I would try this again because yesterday I had so many interruptions. I was all ready to start crafting, and then the evening just got a little more conflicted with things to do. So I decided to get up early. I have another cup of coffee with my cinnamon in it. And I'm gonna craft because I have quiet in the house. Nobody's awake. It's just a little after 7 a.m. And I've lately been enjoying the quiet of the mornings. And so I thought we could continue on. So if you'd like to Christmas craft and chat with me, I thought I would start back where I left off, which was I was working on doing a bit of a vintagey Christmas page. So I started by putting on some music note paper, and now I've got this pretty damask kind of print that I really like. What I'm thinking is maybe making this a pocket, but first I want to ink it a little bit. Oops, did I stop it? Oh, I thought I just accidentally turned off my camera, but I didn't. So I'm going to tear this edge. I really like the white over there, but for contrast here, I'm going to go ahead and ink this a little bit. So Saturday morning, I put banana muffins in the oven. I know my boys don't really like them as much as my husband. He loves them. But I've noticed that I've been throwing the bananas away because I kept putting them in the freezer and they'd stay in the freezer forever and then I'd never use them. So I kind of stopped. So this time with the old bananas, I decided I'm going to just use them immediately or not use them because I didn't want to start stockpiling them in the freezer again. So I smell them baking and they smell yummy, and I only like them loaded with walnuts. But we have nut allergies, so when I do the walnut ones, I have to make them the last batch that goes in the oven. And since they're just for me, you know how moms are, we end up not doing it. I will make them this time though, because I can give some away. Maybe. With COVID, nobody's really sharing food. I'm not sure you're really supposed to anyway. That was one of my favorite things to do at Christmas, was bake a huge variety of cookies. And on Christmas Eve, my husband, before the kids were old enough, I would be like the elf in the kitchen packaging them up, and he would go deliver them to our friends. But we can't do that this year. There's a lot of things we have to sacrifice as far as Christmas traditions this year. I think I like that. And then this will be a pocket. So because I'm going to need it to be somewhat flexible, I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. I have a little trash bag right here on the side of me. And again, I'm not stitching. This would be a pretty one to stitch. But I have so many more journals in mind, and I'll get back to stitching them, my tags and pages again. Christmas is almost here. I think we have 4 more days, 5 more days. And I'm already looking forward to making my Valentine heart cushions that I made last year. I think it was last year. I put a few on my Etsy shop and they sold really well. And I don't make them to sell them. I make them and then I realize I don't really need them hanging out. So I either give some away or put some on my Etsy shop. And then if they sell, that's wonderful. But I found that from doing my pottery sales, if I create just to sell them, I don't enjoy it as much. I have to just create because I love to create. And then if they sell, that's just icing on the cake. But if I don't, when I am getting ready to do a pottery sale, which happens to me more times than I like to admit, I'm usually in a rush. And then when I'm in a rush, I'm not making it for the love of making it. I'm making it because I want to get it done. And I can tell by the looks of it that I did that. So I've stopped doing that. I've literally had to tell people, I'm sorry, I can't participate in this sale because I don't have enough work and I don't want to rush. And they understand. And even though the people can't tell, they seem to still really love what I created. I can tell when I look at it. And I like to give a piece that was made in all of my creative honesty, you know, just from a true place of passion for the art. I'm sure you understand that. Look, I was just thinking, this is so cute, and that little bit of tea-stained paper would be perfect for a journaling spot. So I'm going to do that. I didn't know I was going to put anything woodsy related, but I do like that. And then I have these really cute tags. I guess I mounted this on paper already too. So these will be cute to add to the page, maybe with a little eyelet here and them kind of dangling off the page. I think I'll do that. This is the beginning of the story, The Little Fir Tree by Hans Christian Andersen. My mother used to read us stories by Hans Christian Andersen. Oh, hold on, I forgot about my muffins. I don't want them to burn. I'll be right back. I'm back. They turned out just right. I don't know why I do that. I think because I'm right by the kitchen, I assume I don't need to set the timer, so I didn't. So it's a good thing my nose reminded me. Okay, so like I said, this is a little beginning of the story by Hans Christian Andersen. I think I might use that here. And I think I'll ink the edges of this as well. I'm talking quiet because everybody's asleep. Not that they can hear me. The boys are upstairs and my husband is, I'm sure, still sound asleep. He and my youngest son were watching some kind of new, I don't know if it's like some kind of takeoff from Star Wars. I forgot what it's called. Got a strange name. And they were watching that late. Like one of those that comes in a season, and so they sit and kind of binge watch the whole season. They didn't watch the whole season, but I don't think they have much left to watch. But it's nice to see them spend time together. And now that they stayed up so late, I'm sure they're going to sleep in. Unless the smell of my banana muffins wakes them up. So it's a pretty uneventful planned weekend. We have a place in North Carolina where they have beautiful Christmas lights. It's called McAdenville, and I think we may drive to see those at some point this weekend. At least there's a few things we can still do that don't require congregating in crowds of people. There'll be a line to get through to see all the beautiful decorations, but we'll be in our own cars, so that shouldn't be a problem. You know, one of these was a really cute pine cone, and I've been holding on to it, and now it's kind of lost in my pile somewhere, but I'll add that later. I'm gonna see if I have a tiny piece of hemp twine. I think I do. I'll look through this box. So I hope you all are having a good weekend. gathering up stuff just to get it out of the way, and I tossed it all in this box. It says sweet potato pie because that's what was in here. Everyone at my husband's job got gifted the pie of their choice, but it ended up being a really nice box, so of course I couldn't let him throw it away. I'm going to use it. Well, I am using it. So my hemp twine is not in that one. Let's see if it's in this one. It is not. Oh, of course, because I want to use it. It is not here. Let's see if there's another one I can use. Well, that's okay. I have an idea. I have some burlap here that I can just unravel the threads, and I'll use those. And I think I like this little tiny one because it says all is bright. Well, maybe it's not because it says all is bright, it's because it has a little pine needles surrounding it like a wreath, which is good for this page. So there's that one. And I love the saying merry and bright. And I was telling a friend that my nickname often was Miss Mary Sunshine because everybody thought I was always so Pollyanna happy all the time. And I can't say I'm not. I really think that God just blessed me with a happy spirit, and I enjoy being happy, and I do everything I can to make sure the people around me are happy. But I've learned in my older age that's not a real healthy thing to do, because you end up neglecting yourself and putting on that you're happy when maybe you're not as happy as you come across. So the holiday season can sometimes bring out the sadness in people, and I just like to make sure everyone's happy, but it's okay sometimes if you're not. I have to be okay with that because I forget. You know, God didn't make it my job to be the happy guru. And it's okay sometimes if I'm not Miss Mary Sunshine. And my kids are having to learn that. I think they're at an age now where they do understand it. But it's not their fault. It was me going around thinking, I have to be happy all the time and make everybody happy. And that's just not possible. I'm going to see. I put that a little too low. I better see what I'm doing as far as where I punch the hole. It's quite a tiny hole, but I don't want a big hole. So let's see if I can get this through without a needle. I don't know if I can. I'm going to see where my needle went.